Hey everyone, welcome back to LaceUp Solutions, the #1 DSD software. Today I'm going to cover tracking inventory on the truck. So this topic is so important because when you track inventory on the truck, you're going to keep your drivers from stealing from you, you're going to keep your drivers from wasting your product, and you're going to make sure that all the product that needed to go on the truck indeed did get on the truck at the beginning of the day. So let's get right into it. This demo is going to be broken down into 3 components: how to transfer product onto the truck, how to sell product off the truck, and how to do your end of day inventory reconciliation. Let's get right into it. Here we have the Samsung S5, my handy dandy tool for doing live demos, and Zebra ZQ520, shout out, best printer in the marketplace. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer product onto the device here to start tracking the inventory on the truck. To do so, there's 2 ways to transfer product onto the truck. The first way is you can accept a load created by yourself on a previous day, or a load created by the office for you. To do that, you're going to go to the app, menu, inventory management, accept load. Okay, now this screen is going to show us every load in queue for me to accept. So you can see right there I have a load for today. If I tap on it, I can see all the items on it. Now normally what happens here is you're going to print this out. You'll give it to the person at the, let's call him the checker at the end of the warehouse that's loading onto your truck, and you're going to validate that all these values are correct. Now if there's any adjustments, for instance, you can see the first item is 15 packs and we want to switch it to 12, we can do that. But once we're done, we're going to accept the load, and the system's going to force me to print out again. So to print, I tap print, and I'm going to go ahead and print 1 copy. Now this is a copy that I'm going to sign to give to the person in the warehouse. This is my handshake with them, indicating that I'm taking this product. So here you go. Here's the printout. You can see right here I started with 15, took off 3, and now I'm leaving with 12. Okay. So I sign right here, and I leave this for the person in the warehouse. Okay. So that's one way to add product to the truck, is by accepting the load. The other way to add product to the truck is we also have an option here in the inventory management window called transfer on. You can enable that for each and every one of your drivers. To do it, we go transfer on, and it'll give us a list of all of our available products to go onto that truck, and the driver or the warehouse individual himself can put in the values. But again, once this is saved, it must be printed, okay? And it will show up on all the end-of-day reports so that people can't just do the transfer on and steal from you. So what I want you to do is, on the transfer on, you want to let the driver or the person in the warehouse put in the product, and then you're going to force them to print. So let's print that out. And like the other printout, it's going to show me exactly what I transferred onto my truck. There you go, we got 5 and 5, if you all recall. And you can see right here, it'll say, transfer on report. Okay. Now in this case, I printed 2 copies, one for myself and one for the warehouse. Regardless, we're now done. The values have been locked, so I can't change them and steal product. And now I can back out and go to my route. Now there's other demos that show you how you can use LaceUp to invoice and credit. We're not gonna do that today. Just know that we transferred product on, selling's gonna decrease that product, and then at the end we're gonna do something called an end of day close. Now the end of day close can happen daily, it can happen weekly, it can happen monthly. But during that end of day close, you're gonna dictate what's gonna come off the truck and what will remain on the truck for the following cycle of inventory. So to do an end of day close, we're gonna go to menu, end of day close right there, okay? On here, we've got our route returns. Okay, so the route returns are going to show you anything that was damaged in the truck during the cycle or the route. We're going to show you anything that needs to be returned to the warehouse, and we're going to show you any dumps that were picked up or credits that were picked up by the driver. Now you can program this in 2 ways. The system can be programmed to unload everything at the end of the day, or the system can be programmed to unload credits at the end of the day, but keep good product, or the system could be programmed to keep everything on the truck. So what we want to do is, once the driver goes to do this end of day, we normally want to have this handed to somebody in the warehouse so they can validate these quantities. Okay, but either way, if you can see right here, there's a validation password. Normally the validation password belongs to the warehouse manager. But we hit yes, done, and then we print our end of day reports. So the end of day reports are going to give us a summary of what we did for the day. The first report's a sales report, so what was sold today. Second report's a payments received report, what payments did I receive today. And the third report is the famous inventory settlement that shows you what you loaded out, it shows you what you sold, it shows you what you returned to the warehouse and what you have left over at the end of the day for the following route. So right now the 3 reports are printing here for me, and I'm going to show them to you in a moment. Final report's printing now. So let's get right into it. Here's the sales register, customers, dollar amounts, and you can see I did some voids here, but it shows you how long the driver worked. Basically a summary of the day. Okay? Now, there's other demos online that show you this in more detail, but this is a sales register, a sales log of what happened today. Here you have a payments received report. I didn't receive any payments, but whether it be cash check, money order, credit card, that report would show you. And lastly, and the report that we want to focus on is the inventory settlement. If you go to this line item right here, you can see 15 were initially on the load, 3 were taken off, okay, and you can see right here that 12 were returned to inventory at the end of the day. Now remember, we can either return back to inventory the product that's left on the truck, we can leave it on the truck and carry it over to the following day, okay, or we can do a combination of returning the credits and leaving on the good product. Either way, I hope that helped you understand how we track the inventory on the truck. The only other component that you need to keep in mind is if you have inventory locations in your accounting system, LaceUp will sync up with that and the inventory in both systems will match. Either way, if you have any questions, hit me down in the comments below. My goal is to provide one piece of content every single day to bring you and your company value. Other than that, please like, subscribe, do all those nice things with our channel. I'm here to bring you value either way. Take care. See you next time.